I have experienced seasons of pain and loss within my life, and I've also, as a medical professional, been invited into moments of loss and pain within the lives of my patients and their families. I often question the purpose of suffering and pain, and there's great tension in these moments because we often don't know, or we often don't receive the answer to these questions on this side of heaven. I'm always struck by how a natural death seems in these moments. There's a rupture in a relationship that feels like it's supposed to continue. There's immeasurable grief, and life, even as it leaves the body, seems like it's supposed to continue. And there's great tension here, and there's great mystery here as well. And I can feel the closeness of eternity. It's almost as if the separation between this world and the next one is as thin as a veil, and I could reach out and touch it. In wrestling with pain and with grief and with loss, I take comfort in the story of Lazarus. And in the story, we see Jesus, who, even as he knows he is about to restore the life of his friend, he's greatly troubled by the grief of Mary and Martha, to the point that he weeps. And in this moment, the veil is pulled back, and we see a little bit of the purpose of their suffering, and that Mary and Martha get to experience the glory of God in the resurrection of their brother. But we also see the heart of God and his brokenness over death. I visited my grandfather in the hospital a few days before he passed into glory. And in our final conversation, he told me that he would see me in the morning. And he was referencing the eternal morning when pain and death are no more, when creation is fully restored and we're reconciled with our Lord. And I often think about the image of this morning, and I cling to it with hope that we have a Creator who's bringing us into a new morning. That he has not given up on his creation, that he is trustworthy because he bears the scars of suffering, and that he's restoring the broken world as we know it. And I take great comfort in this Jesus, the one who cries over the loss of a friend, the one who is disturbed by our suffering, even as he is restoring it. And in this, I just take hope in the tension of these unanswered questions, on this side of heaven. I love the Chronicles of Narnia, and in the very last book, The Last Battle, we have a picture of heaven and going, further up and further in. And when I think about heaven, I think of that quote, and when we get to be with God in His glory and be fully happy in community, but also get to explore the fullness of God's creation and really wonder at just the creativity and the glory of God in that.